Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. With this video I'm going to create this login box. It is really simple login box. As you can see here we have a login PHP. It will have a login user login box, and also we have a registration form as well. Let's go to the registration form. This is the user registration form. A user can register using this form, and user can log in using the login box. Let's add test user. Let's say test user 1, and we add the password as a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's create the user. Now user is already created. Then now let's go to the login box, and within this login box we can log into that user 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's click the submit. User logged in. This is the example I am going to develop within this video. Let's jump into the code, and let's do code with me. Okay, first I will create a folder within my root folder. This is my XAMPP root folder. I will create folder called I will create new folder here called login system. Yeah, let's open this using my IDE. I'm using VS Code. Let's open login system. Okay, now this is a new project. I will create a file called first I will create the configuration information. To save configuration information I need a PHP file. I will create that as a config.php, and inside of this PHP we will return $config equal to, let's say within the array first we give the our database credentials. Let's add our database credentials. Database user is root, my database user, and my database password is empty, and also username and password and DB name. I have to create the database name. Let's create example login I'm expecting to create this database. Username, password, and my server equal to localhost. Okay, this is my configuration information. This is my configuration information, and also I need connection string file. That means keep my connection information. I will add a file called connection.php. Here with this connection file I will create my PDO connection. I'm expecting to use PDO connection. Let's add PDO connection. First I include the configuration file. Include once config.php, and let's add our connection try catch $con equal to new PDO MySQL host equal to $config server and DB name. Say DB name equal to config db name. Check it is, yeah, db name, and let's add username. Let's add the username. Config I think user and also password. Config the username and password, user pass. Okay, now we have to configure our attributes. Let's connect set attribute. Let's say PDO error mode equal to PDO error mode exception. Exception, and also we need to return this if it's error PDO $ex. If it is error, we will stop the process. We will trigger. We will show the error message and stop the process. This is our PDO connection. Let's now we have our PDO connection. We have configuration information and our PDO connection. Let's create the database. Let's go to PHP MyAdmin. In here I will create new database called new database. What is our database we are expecting to create? This is here we need to create this database. Let's add database first. Okay, and let's add the table. Let's create user table. 4 columns. Let's go with this. Let's add the ID int, and also it is auto increment, primary key, go, and also auto increment. This is our primary key, and also we need username Vacha. Let's say 256, and password also Vacha. Let's say it's also 256. Yeah, these are the basic things we need to create the logging system. Okay, let's add some additional fields as well. I think we need username. Let's say full name. It's let's keep it as Vacha. Let's say Vacha. It's enough. 256 is enough. And okay, and let's add another column. Where's it? Okay, here we can add columns. No, 3 columns. Let's add 3 columns. Full name, address. Let's add birth date, and also now we have full name, address, birth date, and let's add sex. Okay, address need to be a text, and birth date need to be we can keep it as a date, and also 6 we can save as vacha 1 2 let's say vacha 10. Okay, these are nullable actually. Let's set this as a nullable. Here with this birth date, address, full name, they have to give the full name because we can't. Okay, anyway, now we save this table. Okay, now we have user table. Let's create a form to insert data into this table. Okay, let's go to our code again. As you can see here, now we have configuration and connection. Now we need login for let's create the registration form first. Registration.php. Let's add registration form. Here I'll add PHP code, PHP first, and let's create if dollar post submit. That means if the submit is set, then we will create code in here. Okay, let's create the form. Here inside of the body we can add form method equal to post, and let's say action same. Inside of this form I will use bootstrap. Let's get the bootstrap CDN. Bootstrap CD bootstrap CD. Okay, here we need to copy this, let's put in here. Okay, now we have bootstrap. Let's create the form. Instead of this form, let's create div tag div, and let's say class equal to form control form. Let's first add the form group row. Inside of this form group we can add our username. First we add the label for, let's say username. Class, let's add the class call, let's say small 2, and call form label is username. Okay, inside of this we'll add the our input field div class, let's say call sentence. Instead of this we can add the input. Let's add the input, type text, let's say class equal to form control plain text, and ID, let's set the ID as ID user name. Okay, now we can copy same thing this row again. Let's add our, let's name as a full name. Yeah, this is a full name, and input full name. Let's add name as full name. Here we need to add name for this input as well. Name as username. Okay, and also now we need to make PHP okay, let's add we have a for address column. Let's add the address column. Let's create text area. Here this is need to be a text area, and yeah, here we need to add close the text area. Let's say address. Okay, I will let's go to database. Let's check username, password, full name, address, birth date. Let's add password as well. Copy this again and put this as a password. Copy this and let's set password. Password is also password. Okay, for now I will use only these fields because I don't need to complex this example. Let's stick into this code. We'll save our full name and let's say full name and also address. This is need to be address. This also need to be address, full name, address, and username and password. These are the fields we are going to use. And also I will add a submit button. Let's create the submit button. Let's copy this. Input type submit. Let's say we don't need label. Let's remove the label. Name submit and ID also submit. Submit. Okay. Now let's check this. First check the UI of this registration form. Let's go to browser. Let's type localhost / login system registration page. Here we have to put container. Sorry, div class container. Okay, put this div. Here and we have put within the container, and also we have error within here if is set. Okay, now our user registration form. Let's add another container. New class form container. Let's add let's check the. Okay, and also we need to put let's add some custom CSS to this. It's the header section style. Let's add container class margin top 25px because we need to align this form. Likewise, here we have created our user registration form. Okay, now once user click on the submit button, let's add we need to modify the submit button. Input type submit, class need to be a btn success. Let's check this. Okay, right now we have think we need to change this thing. Scrum controller plain text. Otherwise, let's keep this as a form controller. Form controller. Text is not. Let's run this again. Okay, now we have our registration form. Okay, this is a very simple registration form. Let's create the. Let's save this information to database. Now we have to include our connection information .php. Okay, now we can use this connection. Let's create the insert query. Okay, and okay, let's create the index insert query. First we have to use okay, here we have to within the try catch we can catch exception $ex echo $ex get message. Okay, get message. Okay, right now once user click the submit button, we need to get the data. Let's get full name equal to $post full name, and also $address equal to $post address, and also $username equal to $post username, and $password equal to $post password. Right, now we have full name, address, username, password, 4 columns. Okay, right now we have our data. Let's create insert query. We can use our connection. Let's say SMTP let's equal to $con. It's okay, let's bind the okay, let's create insert query. Let's create the insert query. Query equal to insert into, let's say user table is user table user table user. Our columns, let's set the columns full name and address and username and password. Okay, here now we already added let's add the values. Values is let's get values dot dollar let's full name sorry full name dollar second one is address username dollar username and one is the password. Okay, that is it. Okay, now our query is ready. Let's execute this. We can query this using dollar execute equal to dollar on query query. Okay, right now we have executed it. Once we insert, we can say, let's say message equal to, let's say new user registration completed. Okay, let's echo this. We can echo this within the header section here. PHP if is set dollar message then go dollar message. Okay, right, now we have our insert query is ready. Let's run this. Okay, let's test confirm. Let's go to our table, browse. Yeah, record is created. Here our password is saved as a string. We need to encrypt this. Let's encrypt this. Here we can encrypt by using the MD5 basic encryption. Now once we save same form again, let's go to browse. Here you can see it will encrypted. Let's delete this. Okay, now we have registration form. Let's create login form. Let's create the login form. I will create login login.php. Really simple form. Let's add let's copy this thing again from the registration form. Let's copy the container. Okay, within this container we put here, and we will remove unwanted things. Here we can delete this, and we don't need this one, and also we don't need this address one as well. Only we need username and password, and also submit button. Let's say this as a login form. Okay, let's try this form, login form. Here we can see our login form. Let's create the login information. Let's copy this registration information. Same thing it is here. Yes, let's copy this login, and here once user click the submit, this information coming to here, and we need to select. You need to insert, select let's say select one from user, where let's say username equal to $username, and password equal to $password. Select from one from user, where user ID equal to and password equal to this why this. Okay, now we execute the query. Let's say query fetch the data, result, if $result, whatever, $result equal to 1, then that means user logged successfully. Let's create the session variable $session user logged user is, let's say it as a 1. And also we need to say $message equal to let's say user successfully logged logged. Actually here we need to change this as well, logged and successfully logged. Let's say if not else user not found. Okay, let's put this message in here. Let's say inside of this container, let's put PHP. We have already those message. Here we can copy this and put it in here. Okay, now we have our login box. Let's try to log in. So not found. Test user. Let's check. First create the log user. Okay, I will create a test user, test address, test user as a test, password as a test. Submit. It will create it. Let's try to log in. Login. User is test. Password also is a test. User not found. Why is that? Okay, we have to, I think here we need to encrypt this. Login we encrypted, no? D5 we encrypted already. Okay, let's check the result. Let's check the result. Print R. Let's go to the exit as well. Check the result. Okay, it's coming inside of the. Okay, we can do like this. Without putting one, let's say count. Okay, then we can put here let's say greater than 0. It's coming as a count. As count. And now it's coming as a count. Yeah, let's go to here. We can say this as result count. Let's try this. Okay, it says user successfully logged in. Now we once user logged in, we don't need to show the login box again. We can say like this. if we can hide this container, don't need to show this. Let's say PHP if is set session logged in, if not is set, because if it is not set, then we need to show this. Okay, and PHP. Okay, let's go to here and check this again. Yeah, now user logged in. We not going to show the login box because user already logged in. Okay, this is the example. As you can see here, we use session to keep our track the user. That means a session based authentication system. Using session, we once user click enter the login information, it will create it will check with the database. If the database user is found, then it will create the session token. It will add this information to session, and then using the session we read the if user is logged in or not. If it is logged in, we hide this register login form, because logged user don't need to show this login form. We don't need to show him to login box again because he is already logged in. Then now I have completed. This is really simple example, and yeah, you can see we use config and connection and registration and logged in pages to create this login form. Yeah, I hope this video is helpful. If you think this is helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you need to see videos like this in future, please click the subscription button, and thank you very much for watching my videos.